Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Yes, it's all about, are you managing life or is life managing you? Yep. How do you become a good manager? Not a good manager. How do you become a great manager? So we're going to talk about that today. But before we get into this conversation, let me go ahead and get the theme song going. Hey, hey, I'm live at 5. 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 So look, come on in the room. Let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Deneen Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It's the number one training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, and build a highly profitable business. And we assist you with doing this by building your courage, confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. So listen, today is all about, are you a good manager? Like, are you managing life or is life managing you? So there's so many things that I want to give you this week about management and the thought process and the way that I feel about it. I believe that we should think about it, and I can't give it all to you in one day. So we're going to start with like the top 3 things that I want to be top of mind for you when you start thinking about management and managing life and managing the things that are important to you. So the 3 things that we'll talk about today is managing your time, managing your energy, and managing your resources. So let's talk about first managing your time, because this is something that we hear a lot about, and we get how valuable time is. Hey, LaShawn, how you doing? We get how valuable our time is, but sometimes I don't think we give time enough weight. And I know we joke around and we talk about, hey, reclaiming my time, but I promise you, you can't reclaim no time. Once it's gone, once it's spent, it is gone. It's the thing that we cannot create more of. So as you are thinking about the different things in your life that you spend your time on, is it actually the most effective, most efficient, most productive way to spend, right? I know when I work with my clients, the first thing that we always talk about is the calendar. Why? Because if they're not doing a good job at managing the necessities like going to bed, waking up, going grocery shopping, meal prepping and cooking food, how can they run a business? How can they manage more time or have more things? And when we're meeting, we're talking about adding additional goals and habits. But if you are struggling with the basics, the things that you already need, it will be foolish of me to add additional weight to that, because all it's going to cause is overwhelm. Hashtag overwhelm. Hashtag overwhelm. You don't want to be overwhelmed, but if you're ever feeling that, it means that you're mismanaging your time. You're mismanaging the resources that you have, right? And time is one of them. So I want you to think about today. If you actually pulled up your Google Calendar on your phone, what does it look like? How are you spending your time? Do you have things properly in order? Yes. Like, can you get it together? Could you tell me when you go to bed at night? Could you tell me when you grocery shop for the family, when you cook in the meals, or are you winging it? Hashtag don't wing it. Hashtag don't wing it. Nothing that is successful in your life can you wing. It all takes preparation and planning. And if you are not controlling your time, then it will be definitely difficult for you to manage time and manage a business. So let's talk about the second thing. The second thing is managing your energy. Hashtag my energy. Hashtag my energy. Hashtag my energy. So look, we don't think that this energy thing is important, but I was talking to my husband today that when I woke up this morning, I could still sleep longer, right? Meaning that I wasn't revived. I hadn't truly recovered. I could have slept another hour or 2. And that comes from managing my energy. What have I been giving energy to that may not need the energy and that's expending more than I have to give? So some of you may give yourself away, right? And we do want to give ourselves away for things that actually align with the things that we've been called to do. So your energy, from how you feel when you wake up, what foods are you eating? How is your sleep? How much water are you drinking a day, right? I recently learned how inflammation is one of the main causes of the pains that we have inside of the body. And the reason why we have this inflammation is the lack of oxygen. Put in there lack of oxygen, hashtag lack of oxygen. So here's what you got to get. If you are not taking deep breaths occasionally, because we breathe very shallow if you are not aware of it, right? If you are not breathing as deeply as you need to, like several times a day. Some people work breath, some people meditate and breathe, right? Those things are important. But here's another kicker that's important. Drinking this H2O, right, which has oxygen, which can actually help the inflammation inside of your body. But if you're not drinking the water, if your body don't have enough water at night to replenish itself, to repair itself, then guess what? Inflammation will show up, and that could be the cause of your pain. So listen, as we are talking about this energy that you're expending day to day, do you get that you need rest? Do you get that you need water? Do you get that you need healthy nourishment? I want you to understand that when you think of management as well, you get that you are not the owner, right? Hashtag I'm not the owner. Hashtag I'm not the owner, right? We have been given our bodies, this life, the resources that we have, which we're going to talk about next, to actually manage. But they belong to someone else. And if you are spiritual, you know that they belong to God. So you can definitely take ownership and responsibility for different things, but you don't own the resources that you have. So let's talk about these resources real quick before time slips away from us. So what do you see as resources in your life? Because it's not just money, right? Put some of the resources that you believe that you have outside of money inside of the chat, right? For some of you, you may get that resources are people, right? You are a resource. You are a resource to assist people who are in your community, in your church family, at your company. You are a resource. What are some other things that are resources around you that you may be taking for granted, right? The clothes in your closet, the oven in your house that you can actually cook or bake and sell products and sell food, right? There's so many things around us that are the ground outside in your backyard that you could be planting fresh herbs and vegetables and fruits that you can sell or that you can use to feed your family. We have so many resources, but we take so many resources for granted. Hashtag don't take it for granted. Hashtag don't take it for granted. You are rich in more ways than you could ever imagine, but because you are not a good manager of your life and of your resources, your energy and your time, you don't realize how rich and plentiful you really are. So listen, this is the beginning of our conversation about management. Are you managing your time wisely? Are you managing your energy wisely? Are you managing your resources wisely? Or are you allowing life to manage you, where people come with their requests and pop-ups and you have no criteria to funnel them through to see if it's something that you should be giving your time, energy, and resources to, right? Hashtag time, hashtag energy, hashtag resources, right? Because these are the top 3 things that you need to get a handle on, that you need to manage well, that you need to understand and get that you are a steward over, and it don't belong to you, but you will have to give an account. And the final thing that I want to tell you about these 3 resources, these things that's super duper important that you need to start tracking and paying attention to, is that these resources that you are using day to day, from time to energy to resources, there is an expectation of increase, an expectation of value, an expectation of working in excellence and having integrity, right? God expects for you to expand every space that you go in. So when you go inside of your office, when you're on a call, when you say yes to a project, when you say yes to serving someone or working with someone, do you get that it's your responsibility to bring value to that group? Hashtag I bring value. Hashtag I bring value. So when you step into any situation that you're giving time, energy, and resources to, the goal is always to make it better. The goal is always to expand the space. The goal is always to give value. Hashtag I give value. Hashtag I give value. So if you are entering into a situation where you are managing your time, your energy, and your resources, and you can't see how you can bring value to increase, to make it better than it was before you got there, then that may be an indication that you don't need to be doing it. Hashtag I value my time. So listen, I hope that this has been beneficial for you. Are you managing life, or is life managing you? What does your calendar look like? Can you account for the time that you're using, that you receive every day, or are you wasting it? Are you binging on Netflix and watching TV shows? And don't get me wrong, I think that you should have space to replenish yourself. I think that you should have space for celebration, but should it be for 5 and 6 hours a day or more? Right? Should you be spending the majority of your time watching TV, or should you be managing your time, your energy, and your resources wisely? So we're going to get into the mindset of being a good manager on Wednesday, because we need to see what you're thinking about when it comes to management. And the first thing is, none of this stuff belongs to you. The only thing that you own is your soul, and you need to definitely be working on that. All right, I love you. Look forward to serving you. I'll see you guys on Wednesday live at 5, and also for Wisdom Wednesday inside of the group. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye. Have a good day.